Two of the bills that we've talked about in the past actually moved through multiple House committees this week. So a bill that would provide some funding for NCDA to provide grants to small local meat processors. That's $15 million. That bill also now has a provision that would provide $2.7 million to NCDA for additional online marketing campaigns. That bill moved through 3 House committees and would likely be on the House floor next week. Also, the dairy assistance bill that we've talked about in the past, that went through the same 3 House committees this week, and it is now a bill that would provide $4 million for grants to dairy farmers to help make up for losses due to the COVID-19 pandemic. That bill would also likely be on the House floor early next week. There was a bill this week that I don't think we've talked about yet that would take some of the federal COVID money and provide an additional $30 million into the GREAT Rural Broadband Grant Program. So that's a program that's been going on for several years now, and this would provide an additional $30 million in funding for that rural broadband program. So there's a bill that actually passed the Senate this week that would expand on or further clarify the business liability protection related to COVID-19. In the initial COVID-19 relief bill that was passed in April or early May, there was some language in there that provided businesses some liability. So if an employer or an employee or a customer came in, this now would expand that liability protection to really just anyone, so that it provides some protection for people and for businesses. This is a statewide, nationwide pandemic. It's not specific to any one business, and so it provides a little bit of liability protection. It excludes things like gross negligence. So it just provides a layer of protection that, say, a farm stand, you have a customer that comes in and buys tomatoes or strawberries, they can't come back and try to sue for, claim that the farm stand had some liability in them contracting COVID-19. Based on comments made by leaders in both chambers, it appears they're trying to wrap up session this week or next week. So very likely they will finish by the end of June. They're, I think, reaching final agreements on all of the mini budgets or small spending bills that are left out there, and what to do with the remaining portions of the federal relief funds that have come down. There's maybe a chance that they'll have to come back later in the fall, but this will likely end what we would call most of the short session. If there's an additional funding package from Congress, they could possibly come back in the fall and address that as well.